She likes Pepsi. Heck yeah. Hey, welcome back to SquareMax Customs. We're gonna do Jeep stuff this week. Well, it's a little cold in Florida this morning, if you know what I mean. Tall and big
wild
he is.
beast is hard to find in the woods.
If you guys are here to learn how to professionally do body work, I'm sorry, but this is not the channel for you. 21 rust hole, 1 crater, 2 crater, 3 crater, and a hole in the floor. Would you look at this thing? She is such a sexy rig. Heck yeah, she's looking good. She drove so nice. We still got to do an alignment, and that's when we'll fix the steering wheel. And yes, we plan to run the exhaust all the way out to the back. It was our test run, our first real test run down the road, and it was awesome. I don't know, I was thinking some plexiglass or something, because then we can maybe, I don't know, what are we gonna do? This floor is pretty, here's a little bit. This piece is good, yeah. And I mean, up here it's not bad, but okay, so we're gonna forget about that right now, and we're gonna work on, brother's gonna finish taking lights off, the roll pan. We're gonna get rid of that. Built that 13 years ago, the first time we redid this thing. He'll get the rest of them lights off. I said he's already got door handles off, and the interior he stripped out, so you guys go over to Turd Buster, watch his channel if you want to see all that. He's gonna get the front bumper off, the grill off, the hood emblem off, windshield wipers, the window chrome. Yeah, he's gonna finish stripping the outside, because in the next couple weeks we plan to epoxy prime this thing. Well, we plan to sand our life away, and then we plan to epoxy prime this thing. So today my goal is to maybe fix the door jamb on this side like we fixed the other side. So we got to extend this out a little bit because the door has a huge gap that comes in. Hey, say hi to the people.
Hey everybody.
So this is the piece we got to make for the other side. And we also have to cut the top of the door and kick the door in. That way it all fits nicer. Because on the other side we can completely put our hand through here. And oh yeah, we got to weld a piece to the top of the door too. I forgot about that to fix that door gap. But we'll get it. We'll get it. What's up, buddy?
Alright, man.
Yeah, it's glued on, I think, right?
No, it just pulls back. Well, that's not what we're getting at. See how this side's welded?
Yeah.
Look at the gap on your side from the factory.
Oh my god. Heck yeah, show them that side's welded. Here, you gotta take the camera so they can get closer. Yeah, that side's all nice and tight, huh? She good and tight.
Oh yeah.
This side's all loosey-goosey. Alright, see? We're definitely not doing anything worse than they did back in the factory, you know? So, yeah, I'm gonna get to work. Gotta get some metal cut, and brother's gotta get some seat belts, and we gotta disassemble is what we're trying to tell you. Well, I got my piece all marked. This is one of the old pillars from the Wagoneer. The reason I couldn't use this, one of the last videos somebody asked, why don't you just use the piece? Well, it's too short. I needed a longer piece. At least that's what I need for my project. So that's why we did this. Hey, we found a little piece of the roof skin from the Jeep. So now we're using the same size metal, the same kind of metal. The other side we welded on some thicker stuff, and I believe it had a Galvy coating on it. No biggie, don't worry about that. So we got everything marked. because some of these kicks got to be kicked on the front side, and some of them we got to flip it over and kick it on the back side. Hey, look at it, I spoiled myself. I bought 2 new tin snips. Whew, oh, I haven't had a new pair of snips in like 5 years. Oh, those things cut like butter. You know, it's funny, I watch a lot of car builders and I don't see many of them actually use sheet metal snips like this. It's way faster than a grinder. For anybody that decides to use snips, the trick is to not close them all the way. Just don't, if you close them all the way, you're gonna get little fish hooks. See, this is nice. That's 3/4 of the way closed, open it up, clamp again. But if you close it all the way, you'll get these little fish hooks, and you're guaranteed to rip yourself open. So let's get this in the brake and break it up. Well, I'm not sure what I tightened them seatbelts down with freaking 12 years ago, but they're not coming back out. So look at this gap. This is what we're talking about here. See that? Put my freaking hand right in there. So that's the gap we're working on fixing. Oh, and right here we got to weld a piece in here. So look at this. You can't tell me this didn't come out pretty good, huh? It's not bad. I overbent the one a little bit, but that'll be fine. You don't worry about that. So, now we got some... Hold on. I didn't claim to be a cameraman. Well, I guess I am a cameraman. Now we got some trimming to do. And some tack welding to do, and yeah, blah, blah, blah. We'll get this on there. And then we gotta cut the top of this door right here where they got it welded, loosen these 2 screws, and we'll kick that in just that little bit, and that'll fix that gap, and then we'll go on to the next project. Well, that piece didn't come out too bad. I mean, a little bit of cutting, a little bit of bending, a little bit of trimming. So, I think she'll look good up there. I got it all sanded down. That way I got a good spot to weld. Everything's pretty tight. So, that'll make a nice little door gap filler piece. We're going to have to nip it right here, and we'll kick the bottom in, and then eventually we'll have to fill this in. But look. Jeep left rough edges anyways, so I don't think if we have a little bit of a rough edge, I don't think it'll really matter. So we're gonna get that piece in there and screw it up there, and then I guess we're gonna tack weld it up with the old cheapy welder, just a flux core. Like I keep telling y'all, we're not professionals, we're just backyard rednecks trying to make the trucks look better for the next couple years, you know. If we get 5-10 years out of this body before we got to repaint it, well, whatever. It should probably do for a new freshen up by then. Plus, I mean, don't you ever get bored of the color? Maybe in 5 to 10 years we'll get bored and want to repaint it anyways. Well, I got a man's second best friend, self-tappers. Let's see if we can put this piece on there and get the door in place. These are just to hold it. Looks like a good and tight gap, no? So, buddy, how's that look? That looks pretty good, don't it?
That's good, man.
Way better. We still gotta beat the cab back here because when this truck got hit, the whole cab shifted back, dented in here, and this we don't really have a big door gap right there. It's okay here and here, so we'll have to massage it a little bit in here. I'm gonna get another screw up here somewhere, and then I don't know. I guess we'll get to tack welding that thing on there. A little bit more grinding to do on this little piece for up here. We lightly massaged on this a little bit and made the gap a little bit better. It's good enough. The door don't hit. It'll be fine. Thank goodness I had my Franks on. Frank, thanks for the gloves, man. Yeah. Woo. I freaking slipped and the grinder hit the nip of the glove. I was like, oh, that cool. Thanks, Frank. Well, Turd Buster's got the front all disassembled. Still got to get the corner lights and stuff. He's messing around with some inside stuff now. Finding more holes. So many of them.
These are rotten, bud.
Well, you know, after you put a carpet down, nobody will ever know there's holes in the floor. It'll be yours and my little secret, buddy.
I know, man. And all yours, of course.
I won't tell nobody if you don't tell nobody. So, yeah. It's fine. Don't you worry about that. We'll fix that. Look at the wife's project. This thing's coming out awesome. Ooh. Valentine's Day gnomes. Are they kissing? Smoochy, smoochy, smoochy. Love you, honey.
Love you, babe.
So, yeah. I got to weld. I got to weld. That's the next project. And then this piece is all made up. That's all good. After we weld this, we'll pinch that back and notch it here so we can get it in, and then whatever, we'll fill that in later. And then we got more rust. Look at that. Look at this one. So I think we're gonna cut a big section out of the rocker there, and I don't know, like a 3-foot section, and just replace that whole thing because it's pretty thin in there. We'll see. And then we gotta figure the inside of the doors out. Well, technically we only have to figure this section out, and then in here it can just be tack welded, because, you know, after we build the door panel, you're not going to see none of that. Well, the Turd Buster's just been ripping stuff off. Remember, there's going to be an extra video over on his channel. I got a few more tacks to throw up on there, but she's looking pretty good. And I got to build it up a little bit right here with some weld, but that gap's pretty good. We'll work on this once we figure that piece out. So, but I mean, overall, piece by piece. What you got, sexy?
No.
Oh, yes.
I'm not talking. I'll set your
You're on
nose up.
camera.
I'll set your nose up for you.
My gnomes. Oh, they're so cute. She got some candy for her. And she got some flowers. They came out nice, babe. Oh, and they're kissing. Is he grabbing a little side tit?
Draw hearts on them, or do you want the paints to draw hearts on it?
What are you working? What are you working on? Oh, pretty little heart. You gonna color it all in or what?
It's already colored in.
Is there anybody you want to say hi to?
Hi. Charlotte, Mom, if you're watching.
So what I'm working on here is the door's hitting the striker and pushing it up. So I can't go down too much more there. But what I noticed is there's a whole bunch of shims in here. So we're just gonna take one of them shims out. That should shift this end of the door up that little bit. The only problem is this was already super tight right here. So hopefully when we do all that, this won't hit. And we've already welded this in, so we can't change that piece now. But we'll make it work. It just has to open and close and not, you know, hit on nothing. Plus, it don't have no rubber gasket in yet. So once the rubber's in, that'll help it out too. But my major thing is when it hit, you sort of had to lift the door up a little bit. So that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna get one of these shims out, tighten it all back up, put the latch back on, and see how she opens and closes. Well, the gap's still tight there, but it's not touching. But look at what we got. That don't look too shabby. We had a little weld on there. Gotta grind it down, but we got a decent gap. That one's tight, but it's not touching, so we're not gonna worry about that. But look at this. What? Closes so nice now. So we pulled one of these. What's with these? They make these shims easy. Oh, look at this. See how tight that door gap is, right? Look. How tight the door gap is, and you watched us beat on this. I had to go out to the junkyard and find another latch with a bunch more shims. But look at these shims. They, well, look at this stack we got here. That's nice. That's pretty impressive, huh? They make these notch, so you just loosen it and shoop, slide one in. Check your door. Well, you gotta take the whole freaking hinge off the back to pull it out. I'm in there, I'm just loosening it. I'm on the outside with a pair of needle nose trying to yank on this thing, figuring it's slotted like these ones. I was definitely wrong. But, look at the door opens and closes nicely now. We got an okay gap. Now, remember, Jeep's gaps weren't, I never touched this gap. Jeep's gaps weren't good, you know? Salter Buster got the windshield wipers off and most of the chrome. We're gonna leave the bottom one because, well, we can tape to the gasket. We got lots of work to do. I mean, look at this. 1 rust hole, 2 rust hole, 3 rust hole, more, 4 rust hole, 5 rust hole, 6 rust hole. Oh my, man. 7 rust hole, 8 rust hole, 9 rust hole. We're not talking about that. 10. As soon as we get digging a little bit, they're just gonna pop out all over. Go on a little dig here. We'll get it. Lots and lots of patches. What are we on? Like, gotta be 21 rust hole, 23. Okay, 21 rust hole, 1 crater, 2 crater, 3 crater, and a hole in the floor. We'll get it.
Worry about that one there, bud.
What? I forgot about that one. Why did you point that out? I think that's 32. All right. So look at this door. I'm still I don't know. I sort of want to lap weld it, which I know that's wrong. Y'all can yell at me in the comments. I know it's wrong, but I sort of want to lap weld that. And then look, I don't think we're gonna use this up here, so maybe we'll trim it here. But then I was sitting back in my chair looking at it and thinking, well, what if I just come in here and I mark where the door wheel hits? We'll keep all this because we need all this for the support. But what if we cut it right there? Then we would be butt welding it. That's an extra thick seam. It's going to be less welding in the long run because we'll go from here to here. So that big chunk will come off of there. And it'll be less filler in the end, right? I think that's what we're gonna do. So here's the problem. This patch that we got here has already been patched by yours truly, me, like 12, 13 years ago. I didn't have a welder at the time. Look at, there's a pop rivet. That's some galvanized sheet metal that was, well, it looks like it was lap welded on there 12 years ago. Pop riveted on there? I don't know. I did have a welder, but I didn't have power. So like I'd start to weld with it back then and blow the breaker instantly. So there's either some nasty tack welds under here or it's just, yeah, it's pop rivets. So what I'm trying to say is if you don't have the right tools, don't be scared to try to, wing it. Somebody's going to rag on you about it, but no matter what, they're going to rag on you. We're not building, professional cars here. They're average people just trying to, build cool stuff. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. It just seems right? Like, there'll be less welding. We'll be able to butt weld it instead of lap weld it. I got to think on it a little bit more. It's just a lot less welding. And then it'll be easier to fill it. Because otherwise, I got to fill that seam? That's going to be... I'm not a body man, but you just keep coming back and watch. We'll make it look okay when it's done. Hopefully, like maybe a 10 foot away, 10 mile an hour thing looks sexy. We'll see. Well, that's fitting a lot better. And that's a lot less to weld. I got a little trimming here and there to do, but I don't know, I'm happy with it, and I'm pretty sure that's all that really matters. Well, maybe Turd Buster should be happy with it too because it's his Jeep. No, it's my shop. I'm the one doing the metal work. I'm happy with it. It'll be fine. Hey, if you guys are here to learn how to professionally do body work, I'm sorry, but this is not the channel for you. If you're here to figure out how to maybe somewhat piece your vehicle together and make it look better, well, this is probably that channel. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of winging it. Like, I might have played with bodywork 12 years ago with pop rivets and a lot of Walmart brand Bondo. It held. It held. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You don't have to listen to the internet. Yes, you should use better product. Da 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 da. We're not building a freaking Bugatti, you know. It's a Jeep. It's freaking Jeep, man. It's gonna be fine, is what I'm trying to say. And what I'm getting at here is, don't be afraid to get out there and just do something. If you don't have a welder, pop rivet some metal down there, slather some Bondo on there, sand it down till it looks smooth, and freaking spray paint it. Just get off the couch and go do something. Or you do whatever you want. If you want to sit there and watch YouTube tutorials and everything all day, you do that. Don't forget to keep watching my videos. Thank you.
Decided he was gonna stay 5 foot away from me the whole time.
Talk about heart attacks. Freaking Loki Bomb got out of his harness and took off. Guess what we spent the last hour doing? Mama, hold Loki Bum up so they see how tall and big
wild
he is.
beast is hard to find in the woods.
Wild kitty,
That's why he's got microchip just in case.
Yeah, but who's gonna freaking bring him to get scanned? I know, if I found that, that's it. I wouldn't want to get rid of that mountain lion. Oh my god. Woo!
Scared me.
We've been pumping here for an hour, guys, girls, government. Almost had to see if the government could have used their radars and sonar thingies to find my cat. Jesus me, God, wow. Woo! Hey, we gotta send some koozies and some new stickers from the Unlikely Overlander. If y'all get bored, want to check out his YouTube channel. Hey, like I said, if you send me stickers from your YouTube channel, or just a sticker you like, I'll put it on the wall. There's a good chance you'll see it in the background. P.O. box is in the description if anybody wants to send one. Well, that didn't come out too bad. Hey, well, you guys see what I found? So, where I originally had that piece of metal screwed on, I had to dig it out a little bit. I know it's probably really hard to see on the camera, but this door already has a load of Bondo in it, or filler. This one's really deep. Focus. Either way, yeah, that's got like a 1/4 inch of Bondo on the bottom of that door, so I guess my 1/8 inch of Bondo from 12 years ago is perfectly fine. So, yeah, man, I'm afraid to see what's under here. I know the thing was like sprayed over once, and this has been sprayed a couple times. The J10 was originally blue, like almost like a baby blue, and then it was resprayed an even lighter blue. And then we primed it, and I don't know. Look at what else we found. Look at this. Oh, that's a big chunk of bonder. That was that's what was covering this one. And then look what I found on this side. Well, that looks like an easy enough patch panel to make, so. Rust, and more rust. So, yeah, I'm satisfied with that. The gap sucks at the bottom, but what are you gonna do? That's the way the door is. You're not gonna notice it if I didn't point it out. And this gap's tight, but like I said, this thing was in a freaking accident. I started to pop this back out from the inside. But, yeah, this thing was smashed up. If you don't remember, go back and watch the episode where we cut the J10 up. It'll show you. The whole dash was like way out here. She got hit hard. Well, she hit a tree hard. Hey, that looks good. I don't care what you all say. I like it. That wasn't that bad. I was beating myself up about that. I welded the bed on Maxine, whatever, so long ago, blah, 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 when I built her. I might have got carried away and I welded a little too fast and I had a little warpage in it, and whoo, that wasn't fun. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm running out of time. I know some of y'all complaining that my videos ain't long enough, but you gotta realize I'm not doing this 7 days a week. I really can't do it 7. You know what I made last week for my video? $19 and whatever, 30 cents or something. So for all y'all that think that YouTube's, you know, paying me galupu money already, you're wrong. You're wrong. But hey, whatever. To each their own. That's probably it for this week, guys. Like I said, I'm about out of time. I got to go do other jobs and make money to pay the freaking bills and to buy more stuff so I can do this stuff. Don't forget to run over SquareMaxMerch.com. Get yourself a t-shirt or a sticker. The wifey's working on a new design. She's going to have Lucy, the 63 C10, put on a t-shirt. She's also going to have Maxine, the square body Duramax swap, the dang pride and joy of the channel. Well, no, her videos actually always do really bad. I don't know why. But either way, she's my baby. She's going on a t-shirt, so you'll have a Crew Cab Duramax on there. Hold in with us. We're getting there. We're trying to become YouTubers. We're about just over a year. The end of January is when I posted my first YouTube video 1 year ago in 2024. So here we are in the beginning of February. 1 year strong, and I've just about posted a video every Friday. So if you don't get an hour video, maybe I didn't have an hour that week, or maybe I was doing other stuff, or maybe I had to work extra on the other job. But I have consistently gave you guys all a video every Friday, and I appreciate the 1,000 of you that watch every one of my videos. The rest of you, come on, like, share. We got to push this out. That way I can become a full-time YouTuber, and well, we can build more of this stuff. But love you all. Peace till next week.